What did you like best about our stay in Fiesole?
Overall, what I like best is that we're doing more of a slow travel and we're staying longer in a place that normally you would spend 2 days. We spent 3 weeks. That frees you up to not be busy every second and to let yourself wander and stumble on things maybe you didn't plan to do. I don't know, at the top of my head, there's at least 3 things that I can think of. One is we stumbled upon the Santa Novella Pharmacy.
Yeah.
And that was so cool. I mean, the entryway was all made out of dried flowers and plants and herbs from Tuscany. And then when you went inside, there was a very ornate pharmacy display with gold-gilded domed ceilings and beautiful perfumes, also all made from ingredients from this area. And the best part of that was smelling a scent through those little funnels.
Yeah,
they looked
those
like
were cool.
little bells, the shape of funnels, and they would lift them up and it had captured the scent on the pad below, and then you smell it. It was
They had a few large ones too, and I
Yeah.
tried to kid around with a sales rep saying that, "Oh, those for people with big noses?" Ha ha ha.
but she didn't
But
have the
I
same
didn't
sense
get-
of humor.
I didn't get any laughs.
Oh yeah, and then the other day, just right across from there was the opening to a garden called the Bardini Garden.
Giardino Bardini.
Yeah, Giardini Bardini. And that was spectacular. The garden itself, it was beautifully landscaped, but it was, I think, the best view of Florence that I've ever seen.
Better than the Piazzale Michelangelo. Every tour book sends you to the Piazzale Michelangelo. Of course,
Yeah.
you have to pay €10 entry fee, but I think it's worth it.
It's totally worth it.
I also loved walking around, strolling around Florence during golden hour. You know, just after sunset, before it gets dark, which is the period where we stayed, around 9 o'clock or
Yeah.
so. We had a couple evenings like that where we had just finished dinner and walked around, and it's beautiful with the twinkling lights, and they had set up some restaurants, and especially the one right at the corner of the
Yeah.
Basilica Santa Croce. Another one of my favorites is, of course, the food. Food's a big deal for me, and the Tuscan fare in particular is one of my favorites in Italy. Hearty food, home-style cooking, cucina povera, as they call it, and the pastas, whether it's pappardelle all'anatra with the duck sauce, or the tortelli di patate, potato-filled ravioli with meat ragu. I just love that.
And it's just traditionally local. I mean, there's big trends towards, buy local, eat local. But that's
Yeah.
a traditional Italian way.
Right. You can't come here and have Ligurian food or Sicilian food. All the restaurants serve Tuscan food with Tuscan ingredients. In fact, I made the mistake at the local bakery when when we were buying some focaccia. I said, "Oh, is that Ligurian style?" He got really upset with me and said, "There's nothing Ligurian in this bakery. This is Tuscan style focaccia." Oops.
Well, and we also discovered that there are some very Tuscan products that, even though we've been here so many times, we'd never discovered before. The Tuscan prosciutto.
Yeah.
So
There's
we
an
always thought of
alternative to Parma.
Parma, Sandagnole sound like those are the only 2 options.
And actually it goes really well. It's a little saltier than the
Mhm.
Parma, but it goes really well with a nice, juicy, ripe melon. And we've been amazed by the quality of the produce, both fruits and vegetables at the local markets. So you buy a melon for €1.50, and you tell them you want something that is ready to eat today or tomorrow. They knock around, smell around, and say, "This one," and it turns out perfectly. It's amazing.
Yeah.
The tomatoes too, juicy, red, ripe. You just can't go wrong.
Well, I think that getting rid of the checklist itinerary, the simplicity of our days, the ability to follow our curiosity has been like great for this experience. And I think the other thing that I notice makes a huge difference is you're Italian, and the fact that I also, though I don't speak Italian, I did a lot of Duolingo before we left, so I'm at least familiar.
She's gotten really good. She throws herself out there and just tries things, you know.
Whether it's gracefully or clunky, people appreciate it, and the people here are so nice.
And in particular, Valerio.
Yeah.
We went to this restaurant a few times here in Fiesole, and we saw this older gentleman that was sitting there dining by himself, and we started chatting with him, and he told us that he eats there every night. For the last 15 years, he's been eating at the same restaurant every night.
And we thought he was pulling a fast one on us. We thought he was punking us. So the night after we met him, 2 nights after, we went back and he was there. And then we went back again 3 nights later, and he was there.
He was still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
So.
What? Any dislikes? Anything that you wish had gone differently?
No, not really. What about you?
Restaurant disappointments that were.
I could stay here longer. I could stay another week at least. Yeah. But I'm excited for our next destination too.
I am too. The Dolomites.
Woo! We're going to the mountains, so we're ready.
All right.
I'm excited. We'll talk to you when we get there. Bye, everyone.